What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in this video we are going to be opening up a Power Rangers parts lot. Now, everything inside of this box, which is a fairly good sized box and it is pretty heavy, is supposedly incomplete, damaged, or completely broken in some way, shape, or form. So they said nothing in here is in good shape by any means. But some of it can be salvaged for parts or whatever the case may be. So my wife actually picked this up on Facebook Marketplace. She was in a nearby city, and when we go to other cities or other places, we check local listings before we leave to see if anybody's selling anything cool. And she actually went there to buy a Transformers collection. So we did end up purchasing the Transformers collection. We will get to that in a separate video. But before she left, they asked if we were interested in any Power Ranger stuff. So they said they had a box full of old 90s Power Ranger items that are damaged or broken or whatever the case may be, that they supposedly get from, you know, collections and stuff that they buy. And they asked if we would be interested in that. So they wanted $80 for the box, and my wife talked them down to 60 bucks, and she called me and asked me if I wanted it, and I said sure, you know, I'm sure we can use what's in there. I said open up the box and take a look, just to make sure the stuff in there isn't completely shattered and broken, that it can actually be used for something. And while she doesn't know nearly as much about Power Rangers as I do, she told me that the stuff in there didn't look that bad. And I even asked kind of, you know, what was in there. And the first thing she said was, there's one of those giant yellow pyramid Zords that you have in your display case. And I said, okay, I'm good. Go ahead and get it. I definitely want it. So supposedly there's a Pyramidus in here. Once again, it's my wife. So I don't know if she even knew what she was looking at. I have resisted opening this, but we're going to go ahead and open it up. We got this for 60 bucks. It is pretty big. It is pretty heavy. So we'll see what's in here together and see if any of it, you know, any of it we can use, hopefully for custom work, whatever the case may be. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what is in this $60 Power Ranger parts box. All right, okay, I do see Pyramidus. All right, so we have Pyramidus right here. Hopefully it's not in too bad a shape. Let's go ahead here one by one. I see a Serpentera missing a head. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Sorry, I'm just curious. So we have, this is one of the old projector Rangers. So basically what this was, and I can see the little clip is even broken right here. I'll pry that open later and see if there's corrosion or whatever. That should be where the batteries go back here. But it projects an image, you know, onto a wall or whatever the case may be. I actually just picked up the entire set of these sealed in their boxes. So we have an opened one. Overall doesn't look too bad. It is kind of dirty and obviously a broken clip here. It probably doesn't work, but we have a projector Ranger. All right, moving on. Let's see what we have. Let's try to be careful. This stuff is all just kind of thrown in there, so hopefully it didn't get damaged on the way here. We have the body to a Titanus. The body doesn't look oh wow. All right, so it actually works. The button's a little sticky right here on the side that you actually activate this with, but Titanus is working. Let's check the condition of the, so the battery terminals look pretty clean. And those batteries don't really look that bad either. So, and obviously they work. So at least he works. Missing quite a few pieces, of course. Head, at least he has his back plate right here. And yeah, so we have a not too bad a condition Titanus body. Let's go ahead and set that aside. All right, we have an 8-inch Piranus Head here. And his body is really loose. So I think he's broken right here at the body. Might be something fixable. Might do some custom work with this or something. Maybe just glue the body back so it doesn't move. use it for a display piece and give it a cool custom paint job or something, but not a total loss here. We got an 8-inch Piranus Head. All right, we have the Astro Mega Ship Megazord. So we're missing a battery cover. I see some corrosion in there. We have a lot of yellowing right here. The chrome is coming off and exposed as well. We still have the fins back here. So we have one broken, and this is something pretty common on these that break, and the legs. We'll check those in a second. But so these clips right here, these clips are actually where the little boosters and stuff would clip on. But also that's where the Delta Megazord feet, at least I believe they did. They clipped in right here. I'll have to go look at mine to see if that's actually where they clip in. But the main thing that breaks on these a lot of the time, oh, we got, okay, the legs, oh, well, never mind. So we have a broken leg. One of the main things that breaks on these is the legs. And unfortunately, I thought we were going to get lucky there, but it popped right off. So the leg is broken. These are pretty hard to fix. You have to replace pretty much the whole thing. It's almost impossible to glue that back on there, at least from my experience with the way that it works. But we can actually, we might just do, yeah, we might do some custom work with this and just leave it in Mega Ship form permanently. And we might give it a custom paint job and, I don't know, maybe give it a cool look. Or maybe down the line, we'll get a good condition one that's maybe, this one right here is in good shape. Maybe it'll have a broken clip or something. So there are still salvageable parts on this Astro Mega Ship, definitely, but it's in pretty rough shape. It's also missing the shuttle. But not bad, not bad. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got. We have a Titanus. I have a million Titanus. These are probably from the old days, like the most common Zord and like the cheapest one pretty much to find. We got sticker peel, sticker damage here. Let's see how well the legs work. Legs don't seem to be working that bad. Do we have a battery cover? We actually have a battery cover. Oh, wow. And we've got some really bad corrosion in there. So the electronics might work, but it's going to take some cleaning to get that in good shape. A lot of corrosion in there. I'm going to hold this on there just to keep it all from falling out into the box. A lot of paint wear, chrome wear, missing pretty much, we got 2 orbs there, missing almost all the orbs except for 2. And then once again, I don't know if, oh, and we're dropping corrosion everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and set this aside, but we do have a Titanus. All right, we've got a Guitardo. At least I'm pretty sure that's what his name was, if I'm remembering correctly. It seems like every time I make a video, when I need to remember certain names or something, I just like blank out, but any other day of the week I can remember it. So we're missing a wing right here. Obviously a wing is broken off of our 8-inch Guitardo, but other than that, I mean, even his paint and everything looks pretty good. If you really wanted to go through the trouble, you could actually pry that out of there and put a new wing on if you wanted to go through the trouble of restoring an old Guitardo, but honestly, it's really not worth the effort. So there's an 8-inch Guitardo. What do we have here? We have, oh boy. All right, I'm actually not gonna take these out. So these are 2 of the movie edition, like metallic Rangers. And the metallic paint, if you don't take care of these, if you beat them up, especially if they get exposed to a lot of sunlight and stuff like that and take UV damage, this paint will start to flake off. And it looks like these are flaking off pretty badly. I can see the little flakes all inside here. So I don't want to get this all over my hands and everything else in the box, so I'm not going to take them out. But we have an 8-inch movie Ranger of yellow with a lot of paint damage. We've got one of the movie edition 5-inch figures with a lot of paint damage. And then unfortunate for Zach in there, we have an 8-inch Zach That's got some yellowing and a lot of scrapes and scratches in there. So that's what we got in that bag. All right, moving on. We've got a Serpentera. The tail, surprisingly, the tail is still intact and seems to be working well. If you ever purchase a Serpentera online or anywhere where it's going to be shipped to you, you need to request that they carefully remove this tail before they ship it. I purchased probably 2 or 3 of these over the last few years. It was one of the last Zords that I needed in good shape for one of my displays. And the first Serpentera, which was in great condition in the photos, when it arrived, it was literally in hundreds of pieces. The tail, and they didn't pack it very well, so it probably moved around quite a bit in there. But the tail snapped off, and when it snapped off, it cracked the entire lower portion of the body. So this was just shattered into a bunch of pieces. And then I believe the, let's see, the jaw on Serpentera was completely shattered and broken off. It was an immaculate toy when it probably went into the shipping box, but because they didn't properly pad it, package it, it was destroyed. But removing this tail will help increase your odds of it showing up in good shape. The second one I purchased, I specifically requested that they package it well so it doesn't move around, this, that, and the other. But I didn't ask them to remove the tail, and I should have, because when I received that one, the tail was also snapped off and the body was just cracked and fractured everywhere with a bunch of little pieces. So if you ever purchase one of these, I would go ahead and request that they carefully remove the tail, because it will pop off, and package it with a lot of padding. But it's really going to help ensure that that body arrives in good shape if you disconnect this tail, so there isn't a bunch of pressure being put on it if this tail is leaning up against something or the side of the box gets hit or something like that. So we obviously have a lot of broken pieces, and they're actually right here. So we have a bag. I'm going to set the body aside. We have a bag of Serpentera pieces. So the head, so the jaw is broken, all right, unfortunately. Like I said, it's very fragile plastic if it's beat up. Some stuff can take it, but for some reason Serpentera here suffers greatly from any kind of damage. Other than that, I mean, I see a little, there's some damage to his little horns right here, or fins. The way that they created it for the American version here. But other than that, the neck and everything looks good. So I don't know, we might be able to salvage that. Looks like we have both of the golden shoulder pieces in there. And then a bunch of little, oh, there's the other piece of the jaw. Might be able to glue that back on there and see what we can do. Maybe use him for a display or something, make a cool custom Serpentera. Certainly not going to invest in new stickers or anything for a broken one, but might be able to paint him up and make him look good. So we got a broken Serpentera with some parts. All right, we got the side of a Megazord. Doesn't look too bad. He's got his arm up in there. So these actually do come off. Nothing really looks broken on this one. Might just be incomplete, but we have the side of a Megazord. All right, we have a, oh, we've got another, we got the other side and the head. All right, not bad. The fin's in good shape. Got another arm in there. This actually doesn't really look broken. Maybe they just thought it was broken. I don't know. Might just be incomplete. Yeah, so the other side and head of Megazord. We've got a 5-inch little turbo key action, which it might be kind of broken. Robo Racer. He's a little dinged up and scratched up. And I don't know if this is fully working. I think he might need some work. But we've got a 5-inch Robo Racer there. All right, we've got a 5-inch Zeo Ranger. Zeo Ranger green here. We got some broken off holsters, unfortunately. Some corrosion even on the screws. But overall, the Ranger is in pretty good shape. Other than those broken holsters. Holsters can always be replaced, so he might be pretty salvageable. We have... Oh, okay, we got a bunch of the... Oh, no way, there's a Green Ranger in here. All right, so we actually have... Oh, unfortunately, it does look broken. Let's see. Yeah, so we've got a the 4-inch line, a Green Ranger. These are pretty rare to come by. His arm is broken, and I see a leg. It looks like a lot of these are broken. So it looks like the whole team is here, but I see a lot of broken legs and pieces. I do see accessories though. So they have their little individual accessories. These must be the, maybe the European released ones. I'm not sure because they have the actual smaller accessories. I even see a little dragon dagger down in there. But as you can see, a lot of them are broken. Trying to get to this dragon dagger if I can. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see Green Ranger's arm. So at least we have it. And some hair. Yummy. All right, so we've got an actual little dragon dagger. And this is not from the Automorphin line. That is the actual 4-inch line dragon dagger. Might be have a little tip broke off there. I don't know. We might be able to salvage this. Maybe make a custom Green Ranger. Replace the arm. I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. But we have a little bag of the 4-inch line that came with like the dino cycles and stuff. That are a lot of broken pieces in there. I've got a Thunderbike. Scraped up and scratched up, missing some stickers. It's got the handlebars, maybe a little chewed end right here on the handlebar. Overall, not bad. This could probably be cleaned up and saved a little bit, so not a complete loss on the yellow Thunderbike here. We've got some 8-inch Rangers. Red Ranger, we got scrapes and scratches. Really hard to move joints. Yeah, that's gonna break if I try to force it. So might be able to take him apart and see what's going on there and fix these joints. Overall, he doesn't look that bad. 8-inch Red Ranger. I really want to take Piranus out, but there's some stuff here in front of it. All right, so we've got the fire truck from the Rescue Megazord. Obviously broken and chewed up fire gun, hoses, things here on top. Cannons, whatever you want to call them. A little bit of stiff joints. Oh man, that does not sound good. Trying not to force it, but it's moving at least. See if we got the Megazord's head in there. So the guns are definitely chewed up and damaged a little bit, but might be able to save some pieces off here or even clean him up and replace the guns and save him. We got some rust on the screws. I really don't know if it's worth going through all the effort, but we have one of the Rescue Zords. All right. This is what I was really interested in. Piranus here. So I see we're missing the pyramid top. I don't know, it might be in there, but I highly doubt it. It's got both of his arms. Oh, okay, let's see if we can actually transform this guy. I'm gonna try to be extra careful. All right, so we do have the head here. All right, so we do have the head. Let's make sure that these are unlocked. So you've got these little locking tabs on the sides of Piranus. Don't try to force it open unless it's actually unlocked. Let's try to slide Piranus open here. So he's definitely a little dirty, but I don't see any broken pieces that are like standing out. Let's see if it'll actually slide open. All right, so here we go. Once again, I'm trying to be very gentle with it, just in case. Piranus is huge. Probably one of the biggest Megazords I think they ever made. All right, so his feet come all the way out. His arms are moving and clicking into place. All right, that folds down. Got our little tabs there. Overall, Piranus looks to be in pretty good condition as far as not being broken or anything like that. Most of the pieces are here. Like I said, we're missing the tip of the pyramid, the little rubberized piece, but you can buy replacements of those. All right, and we have both layers. So on the inside, this is the first piece I've seen. One of these little resting brackets for this is a little bent, but it's salvageable. All right, so we have both layers in there. Yeah, Piranus is in pretty good shape overall. I mean, he's definitely dirty, definitely cruddy. But, I mean, transforms, he just needs a good cleaning, so we're definitely going to clean up and paint Piranus. I've been wanting to do a custom Piranus for a while. They're just, even ones in bad condition are fairly expensive because shipping is so expensive. Even if you get it cheap, they're so big, shipping can be kind of a pain. But yeah, so our Piranus, luckily the one thing I was really excited about, because it's like the only thing I knew that was in here, is in pretty good condition. So we've got a nice Piranus. All right, we've got Piranus out of the way. Let's see what else we got. Oh, okay, here we go. We've got a rescue Megazord. Missing, so we're missing the windshield part of the red rescue Zord on this, but we actually we just had one that actually has it. So we can replace that. The guns on this one look really good. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're missing some stickers, I think, but for the most part, even most of the stickers look like they're on there. I mean, I'll have to look at it really closely to see if there are any other broken pieces on it, but just from what I can see, it looks to be in pretty good shape. So we actually have a rescue Megazord. Now we don't have the guns. We don't have the little black brackets that go in the back here to help it stand up. I doubt they're going to be in here considering this is like a junker lot. But yeah, that's a score right there. So we've got a nice condition rescue Megazord. we've got a Divatox. Missing an arm. This is like the third Divatox that I've ever received where she's missing one of her arms. I don't know what the deal with that is. They must be super easy to break off. She's even got her main cape. Of course, it's kind of connected to the top part right here. She's got a secondary little cloth cape thing too, but she doesn't have that. So the arms go up and down when you press the button. I mean, if she had arms, plural, but the one arm is working, but it looks like the bracket and stuff is broken inside of there. So she's definitely probably going to be some parts. I don't think we're going to be replacing that arm, but overall not in too bad a shape considering wear that she obviously got. So who knows, maybe we can use her for some parts. All right, we got a Saba. Got a Saba, sticker damage right here, some chrome damage. We've got tape where we should have a battery cover that we don't have. Some yellowing, of course, throughout. Oh wow, it actually still works. Tiger Zord power. Gotta love those old speakers. So the electronics actually are still functioning, just missing the battery cover and obviously some wear and tear. That might clean up. I don't know. Get a different battery cover, clean it up real good, paint it. So not a total loss there. A lot of this stuff, even though some of it's obviously broken and incomplete, we can definitely still use it. We have a Macedon Head. So this is the, this is actually the one to the remote controlled Megazord. It's the larger one with the little peg back here. That's how you can quickly tell. So if you're ever looking for one of these online for your actual Megazord, if there are no pictures of the back of it and you really can't tell, you know, the size of it from the photo, either have them send you a picture of the back of it if they don't know what you're talking about, or simply ask them. But that's how you can confirm if it's for the transforming Dino Megazord or if it's just for the remote controlled Megazord. The remote controlled one just has this large peg right here. Obviously the Dino Megazord has the little folding gray handle. Also the inside looks slightly different, but. So we've got the Macedon Head for the remote controlled one. All right, score. We have a Zeo Ranger Morpher. All right, and they all work, so all the little doors work. So this is for Zeo Ranger. This is his Morpher that he uses. Let's see, can we get lucky and have this one work? So it's not working right now. I'll have to check. There's probably not even batteries in it. It probably doesn't work. I don't know. I can see down in there, it kind of looks like there's some rust on the speaker. I'm sure you guys probably can't see it, so that's not a good sign. But nonetheless, I mean, it looks good. And if it really doesn't work, we might just clean it up real good, give it a new silver paint job, and use it for display. So we got a Zeo Ranger Morpher. And poor Falcon Zord. So the number one thing that breaks on these old Falcon Zords are the feet. They get to where, I think it's maybe because the chrome paint starts to flake off up in there maybe, and it makes it a little harder to turn. But over time, their legs, their feet down here will get extremely hard to rotate. And as soon as you put too much pressure trying to rotate it and it doesn't want to move, it snaps the feet off. And I got stuff falling everywhere. We got obvious scuffs and scrapes and sticker damage and stuff like that. We got some nice clicking to the wings. I mean, it doesn't look in that bad a shape other than the legs. Now you can take these screws out on these Falcon Zords, and this simply comes apart, and you can put new legs on there. So maybe you've got a Falcon Zord with broken wings or something, but it's got good feet. Well, you can pick up these damaged Falcon Zords pretty easily because they get damaged a lot, and put some new feet on it, clean it up, and you've got a complete non-broken Zord again. So got a Falcon Zord with some broken feet. I see another one right here. I can see it's missing one of its feet. This one's extremely hard to turn, so if I force that and try to spin it around and stuff, I'm sure it's going to break off too. Once again, this one looks a little better. Got some scuffs and scrapes, some sticker wear. This one looks a little cleaner, but we've got a broken foot there on another Falcon Zord. I got excited when I seen this earlier, but then I quickly realized the rest of him wasn't in there. So we have, we'll get to those in a second. We got some more figures in here. Oh, an Automorphin Gold Ranger, nice. So we've got two sections to an Artillatron carrier Zord. We're missing the doors, and we're missing the top portion with the arms. But we do have the little tow hooks, so that's good. So overall, this really doesn't look broken, and we have the other tow hook right here. It doesn't look broken, it's just very incomplete. All the wheels Yeah, everything looks in good shape. It's just missing some pieces, a couple doors and the top portion with the arms and such. So a couple pieces to our Artillatron, the Carrier Zord. All right, so most of the big stuff's gone. As you can see, we're down to a lot of figures. Oh, we got a Mountain Blaster. So we have a part of the Turbo Megazord. I don't see any other pieces, unfortunately. Kind of lucked out on that Rescue Megazord. This looks to be in pretty good shape. We even have the tailgate. That's actually working. We got something right there. I don't know if that's sticker damage, maybe a price tag that used to be on it, not sure. But we have one of the vehicles to the Turbo Megazord. We have a Dragonzord chess piece. This is actually the Return of Titanus chess piece. When Titanus was re-released, in order to make Ultrazord, the way they had the Ninja Ultrazord, they had another Dragonzord chess piece, of course, on Titanus when he was in Ultrazord form. But since Dragonzord was a few releases ago, they simply re-released Titanus with a Dragonzord chess piece. This one has a molded on little waist bracket right here, though. It's not the individual little piece. And there's also, I mean, you can see the cutouts, but there is no electronics in this one. It's just hollow. So that Titanus that we got is probably, I mean, probably Return of Titanus, but this is a large collection of missorted items, so it might not be. We've got a chest piece. Someone's taken it apart of a Dragonzord. We've got an Automorphin Gold Ranger. All right, so the Automorphin function still works. Pretty scraped up. The face is a little scraped up. I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer here, so since we're getting into some smaller stuff, so you guys can see what's going on here. But we've got a Gold Ranger that's pretty scuffed and scraped up, but he's not really broken. His holster's broken off, but once again, holsters are easily replaced. Might be able to clean him up and do a cool custom figure or something with him. We got an 8-inch Goofish. Goofish really doesn't look that bad. Scuffs and scrapes. This leg is really loose, but I don't necessarily know if it's broken. Yeah, Goofish doesn't look that bad here. So we got an 8-inch Goofish. We've got a blue Ninja Ranger. All right, the arm still works a little bit at least. Definitely have some UV damage. Might be kind of hard to pick up in the camera, but the chest and front of the legs and stuff, even on the back here a little bit, is really dark and kind of yellowed. Overall, doesn't look broken though. We've got the yellow Shogun Zord. Missing some stickers. Definitely dirty and cruddy. Doesn't really look broken though. So that's actually in pretty decent shape, the yellow Shogun Zord. We've got a Griffin Thunderzord here. This thing actually looks pretty good. Everything, I mean, that's really hard to turn. Oh yeah, gonna have to clean and further examine this. That foot does not want to come open. So other than that though, I mean, if we can fix that, this thing actually looks in pretty decent shape. It's even got most of the stickers on there. We've got a foot. I'm trying to see if all the pieces, oh, here we go. So we've got a somewhat complete Lion Thunderzord before I drop it and break it even further. Missing a lot of stickers, got some gouges and scrapes on the orb here. Any Rangers in there? Nope, no Rangers. We've got both arm brackets, definitely really dirty and crusty in there. Doesn't really look broken though. And then we've got the arms. All right, they are obviously taped up, scratched up. But once again, not really broken. So these, I mean, we can clean these up real good and, you know, use them for some future custom work or something. We have the American version pink Shogun Zord. I actually, I'm getting ready to, well, if I can ever get around to it, I've been ready to do it forever, but I have a Shogun Megazord that I'm getting ready to fully customize and paint the pink one white and put the proper decals and everything on it. The pink one was for the American release, of course. If you know that much about it, they changed the color of it, which they did with just about all of the Power Ranger Zord toys. So there never was actually a pink Shogun Zord in the show. She was supposed to be white. So we could actually, I mean, once again, this doesn't really look broken, just extremely dirty. And it looks like incomplete because, oh, here's another one. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I don't think the whole Shogun Zord is here, but we have a pink one, so we can clean that up, paint it up, and make another white one. Let's see, let's go ahead. We have the black Shogun Zord here. Once again, it doesn't look broken, at least that I can see right now. Just dirty, scratched up. Just needs cleaned up and a custom paint job, really, and some good decals. We're always picking up spare Zords and incomplete stuff, so if we end up getting the other two, the red and the blue, and we get another complete one that's not broken, we'll clean it up and maybe do another custom one. All right, not only do we get a big one, we get a little Piranus. So this is from the 5-inch line. Oh, did I just break that? No, feet just came off. All right, so feet just came off. I did not break it. Those are pretty loose though. We're missing the, I'm just gonna leave those off. We've got the little piece missing. There's a little piece that folds up. And I know that because I have one of these in there sitting on my shelf. All right, once again, doesn't really look broken, just missing some pieces. And that's become pretty loose right there for the feet. All right. Moving on, we have a really broken blue Thunderbike. So the handlebars are both snapped off on this guy. Obviously, we're even missing a tire and it's broken. So that thing's pretty worse for wear. Might be able to salvage some parts on it though. Yeah, we got a red, the red Dragon Zord here. Arms are really loose. Oh, yep, we're missing another one of the common things that break on this. One of the little individual dragon legs, when the arms are separated, is broken off right here. The other side's good. These brackets are good. Extremely dirty. So we're missing the head and the tail piece, and one of the arms are broken, but we have a red Dragon Thunderzord. All right, this is what, the Condor, I believe it was. This is to the, what's it called? The Lost Galaxy Megazord. At least I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lost Galaxy is kind of where I cut off and stopped following Power Rangers. I've said it in other videos, but yeah, I wasn't too happy with Lost Galaxy. I think after the Zordon era and they just, you know, Zordon kind of sacrificed himself and the story just went into its own little individual story plots and stuff, I kind of lost interest. Plus, I was not a fan of the Lost Galaxy Megazord. One of the things for me personally that you have to make a good Power Ranger show is good Megazords. And, you know, once the original Zordon era, I mean, a lot of them even went like full CGI for the Megazords and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just stopped liking it after in space. So I'm pretty sure that is the green condor to the Lost Galaxy Megazord, but it might be something else. I'm not sure. Got some Turbo Rangers here. This guy is dinged up pretty good. A lot of yellowing. Turbo action still works though. So we've got a dinged up red turbo, the key action red Turbo Rangers. Oh, darn it. So we've got a Gold Ranger Zeo bike, but I can instantly tell that the handlebars are gone. That's unfortunate. Kickstand is still there though. The rest of it looks in pretty good shape. These were pretty cool. The little thrusters like pop out when you press the button. But yeah, definitely missing the handlebars. Other than that though, in pretty good condition. We have the sidecar to the blue, there it is, we actually have it. The blue Dino cycle. Still goes on there. The little feet pegs are actually still in good shape down in there. Those usually break. We got the handlebars. We got the kickstand. We're missing the horn. So we're missing the little, it's not broken. Those do come off. I really don't see anything broken. But there's two little horns that are actually guns, but they go down in there. So we're actually missing those. But overall, that's in pretty good shape. Doesn't look broken. I see a lot of 8-inch figures. Okay, we've got two. Oh, we got Titanus's head. All right. So there's actually Titanus's head. And it actually doesn't even look that scraped up or anything like that. Put that over there. Anything else in there? We've got a foot. We've got a Falcon Zord broken foot. Now you can actually super glue these back on there, but you got to be careful. Make sure the two pieces match up good enough to actually glue it. And then if it is hard to turn, you got to make sure you loosen that screw and even maybe take it apart and clean it out. And then when you tighten it back up, don't put it too tight, because if you do it again and put more pressure and it's still hard to turn, it's either going to break in a different spot or break right back off where you glued it. All right, we have one of the transforming Zeo Rangers that kind of turn into their Zord. We're missing the back plate right here to it, but this is the blue transforming Zeo Ranger. Got some yellowing on there as well. We've got an 8-inch White Ranger, bobblehead White Ranger. Those get kind of loose over time. We got some yellowing, obviously missing his shield, but we got an 8-inch White Ranger. We've got an 8-inch Pink Ranger, inflatable flailing arm Pink Ranger. Those joints are really messed up. Oh, they're even snapped off and broken. They're just hanging on by the little metal piece. Extremely yellowed. Yeah, she's in pretty rough shape. Oh, she's one of the talking Rangers. Oh wow, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's growling at me. It's trying to make a noise. Maybe we can save our electronics. Maybe it's just the batteries. I don't know. I'm just looking at all these at kind of, what can I save on them? Black Ranger here, 8-inch. Another talking one. Doesn't really look that bad. If the electronics work on him, he's actually in pretty decent shape. His paint's even pretty good still. All right, we've got another Pink Movie Ranger. Some extremely loose joints, yellowing. The holster still looks really good though. Yeah, other than that, one loose joint and some yellowing on the white parts. She's not that bad. We've got a red Turbo Ranger here, missing an arm. Turbo action still works pretty good, minus the other arm, but the rest of him is in really good shape. No yellowing, not even really scraped or scratched up. He's literally just had his arm popped off, so not too bad there. Getting down to the end of it, we've got some movie edition White Rangers. This guy right here is in really rough shape. Broken holster, broken hand, extremely yellowed. Yeah, that one's pretty rough. This one right here looks pretty decent. Holster's good, paint still looks pretty good. Just incomplete, missing the chest piece and the weapon. We have the 8-inch gold Zeo Ranger. Action still works pretty good, missing his shield. Still got the holster. I don't know if the electronics, these actually talk to. We'll have to replace some batteries maybe, see what the condition of that is. But we got an 8-inch gold Ranger. We've got a Visceron, missing the 2 little chest brackets here that open up. Still got some spinning action though in there. So turbo, well, I want to say turbo villain. They did fight him. He did get turned evil, but he was actually a good guy. We got a pretty poor condition flip head pink here. A lot of yellowing, a lot of missing paint. Some sticky doors. Might be able to do something with Kimberly there. We've got an extremely yellowed movie edition Black Ranger. I don't know if you guys can pick up on that, but the yellowing is really bad. I've noticed that a lot that cameras and stuff they don't pick up yellowing like to the extreme of what it really is. I've purchased a few things before that looked like it was in good shape, and when I got it, it was actually really yellowed, and like the photos that they took of it just didn't really show that. So I don't know, I'll have to go back and look and see how bad it's showing up in the camera, but this thing is extremely yellowed. Very, very much. We've got a pink Ranger. Was this, did I throw that back in the box? Oh, let me see over here. No, I've got one over here. All right, so we've got another pink flip head. We've got some yellowing. A lot of her visor is really scratched up here. Let's check out her Automorphin action. Her Automorphin action still works pretty good. So just extremely yellowed and scratched up, but that Kimberly really isn't in terrible shape mechanically. All right, looks like we got just a few villains, or not villains, figures. Oh, we got an Automorphin Turbo Ranger. Now I'm gonna bet, all right, that this doesn't work. So let's see. Oh, wow. It actually, hold on, let's see if we just got lucky. Very rarely are these in fully functioning condition. Well, I'm glad I didn't bet you guys real money, because it actually seems like it's working. All right, so we have I mean, there's some little scrapes and a little bit of discoloration in the white boots. But other than that, our Automorphin Green Turbo Ranger here actually seems like he's in fairly good working condition. I mean, these things never really work like when they're brand new, but it's actually working pretty good. And I've had a lot of experience with these, so yeah, I'm not going to keep doing it because then I will break it. Like I said, I've done a video on these before, but if you have these and they're in good shape, I highly suggest you stop using the Automorphin leg function and you just flip their heads, because all those little plastic pieces in there working to do this and move their arm and everything, they break left and right. But he actually is in pretty decent shape. A couple more red Zeo figures here. So extremely loose legs, a little scratched up, a lot of paint missing from the hands here, but we have the little battle action, and he really doesn't want to turn that good, but we have a red Zeo Ranger from the 5-inch line, and then we have another, and of course missing the back plate, transforming a red Zeo Ranger here that turns into his bird, but we're missing the back plate. Other than that, really doesn't look that bad. The little wing pieces, I mean, missing some paint. But it really doesn't look broken, just incomplete. All right, and finally, and that looks like it's it. Let me check under the flaps. I don't see any more pieces. We're gonna finish off with 2 more 8-inch Rangers, red and blue here, and that blue's leg does not really want to turn. So this is just the regular 8-inch Ranger, not the karate action or talking. So we've got a joint here that really doesn't want to move. Other than that, I mean, both of these look pretty good. See what Red Ranger's got here. His joints are moving. Another regular one of 8-inch Red Ranger. All right, guys, that was it. Let's go ahead and throw this box out and I'll bring everything back over real quick that we just got out of there. All right, we are back. So I tried to get everything in the shot here. Overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. I'm glad that they mentioned that they had this because I'm extremely excited about the Piranus. I'm very much looking forward to doing some custom work with that. We got an almost complete rescue Megazord if we take the pieces off of that other red fire engine. A Titanus that's in really good condition, just incomplete. Our Serpentera is a little worse for wear, but we've got a lot of things here that we can use for custom work and for parts for other pieces. We even have the Zeo Ranger Morpher, which was a pretty cool find that we're going to paint up and use for display. So this has been the mystery, even though I did know one thing that was in there, but the mystery opening of our parts lot that we just purchased. So I'm sure you'll see some of this stuff in the future that we do custom work with. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it'd be pretty cool to open it on camera and make a video out of it. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with my purchase here. Some really good items in there. I mean, you can't complain when you get a Piranus and a Rescue Megazord almost complete for 60 bucks. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, guys. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, I will see you next video.